Hello everyone, my name is Rakesh. In today's video, we are discussing about smart agriculture system based on IoT. Through this project, the farmer can assess his surrounding atmosphere like getting the live data of temperature, humidity and soil moisture. By getting these values, the farmer can water his crop whenever it is suitable to water. And the farmer can also control his motors from his house only. We are building this project by using the IBM Cloud account. So in order to start, we should have an IBM Cloud account. If you don't have any, just create one by going to cloud.ibm.com. So in this, we can create our IBM Cloud account. So I already have one. So I'm just logging in into the account. We are creating a light account. So in light account, we have only choice of creating one service at a time only. I'm going to discuss about the services in a bit later. So whenever you log into your account, you will be redirected to your dashboard. So initially you won't have any of these summary because you are a beginner. If you are a beginner, you won't have any of this. I've already created some services, apps, and developer tools. So in this IBM Cloud account, first we need to create an IoT platform. In order to create an IoT platform, you must go to the catalog, which will be there on the top side menu bar. So in the search bar, just type IoT and click enter. You will get related services to the IoT. So go down, scroll down and just click on the Internet of Things platform service. Now you will be redirected to create an Internet of Things platform. So I've already said this is a service and this account is a light account. So in light account, we can only create a one service at a time. So I have already created an service. So here I'm getting a warning notification. If you don't have any service, you won't get any warning notification. You can directly create an IoT platform by clicking here. So select a region. So keep it this region as a default only and click on create. It will take some time to create an IoT platform. After creating IoT platform, just go to the navigation menu and go to the resource list. So here it will show all the resources available to create. So here under the services section, we just created Internet of Things platform. So click on it. Now you will be redirected to whether to launch the IBM IoT platform or not. Here you can see the active status. It means that the service is still active in your cloud account. So after going to this page, just click on the launch button. Now the IoT platform will be launched. So in this IoT platform, we can create devices and generate API keys. So first we need to create a device. In order to create a device, first we need to define what type the device is. So just go to the device types and here add device type. So here you should enter the device type. My device type is just farming. Just give some relative device type. Description is your wish. You can give it or you cannot. You can or it's just your wish and click on next. So here there are some fields to fill out. So in this project, we are using the simulator to just create this project. We are not using any hardware devices. If you're using any hardware device, you should enter the serial number, model, description to connect to the device. So in this project, we are not using any hardware devices. So just leave all these fields as empty and just click on finish. So here you can see that you added the new device type farming. After you created the device type, go to the browse section and just click on the add device. So here you will be asking to type the device type that you have created. So here after clicking this you will get a drop down so that you need to select the device type that you have created the before. So here I've created farming device type. So click on that and give some device ID. This ID should be unique. Every device has its unique ID. So give some unique number or anything combination of alphabets and numbers. So again here you will be asking to enter the device information. Just leave as it is empty and click on next. So now you should enter authentication token. It's like a password to a device. So here I'm just typing farming 321 as my authentication token and click on next. So now you will get a summary of the device. So here the device type is farming, device ID is 56789 and the security token is farming 321. After that go click on finish. So now after clicking on finish you will get the device credentials. So save these credentials in your notepad. So you will be using these credentials in your further process. So carefully copy these 5 fields into your notepad and just save it at wherever you want in your laptop or computer. So after creating device, we should create an API key. So to create an API key, just go to the left side navigation bar and go to apps. After going to apps, you can see here browse API keys. So just click on generate API key. Here you can give a description whatever you want, like smart agriculture system. So here API key express, always keep this off only. If you want this, the API key will be expired after some amount of time. So after that click next, and the role should be standard application. We are using a standard application. Here you have many applications like backend trusted applications. If you are using any databases or device applications, we are just using standard application. Select standard application and click on generate key. Now your API key has been added. So copy this API key and authentication token in your notepad where you have saved your device credentials. So these are also going to be needed in your further process. After generating API key, we should give some security to the device. So go to the security option and click on the edit pencil, which you will be having right before the connection security. So click on that, and in the security level, just choose TLS optional only, and you will be getting a warning pop-up box. Just click on OK. Now your device type has been created, device is added, and the JPA key is generated. So after this, we should go to the IBM IoT simulator. So I will be showing here how to add our device to the sensor, IBM IoT sensor simulator. So just go to Google Just accounting this. Just go to new tab and type IBM IoT simulator. Click on enter and just go to this link watson-iot-sensor-simulator.mybluemix.net. Click on this. Now you will be asked to enter the device credentials. So now give your device credentials which you have saved later in your before in your notepad. So these are the device. This is the device which I'm using to connect to my IoT simulator. So just copy this and just paste it here. Device type is smart agriculture system and the device ID is SAS345 and the device token is smart cultivation 4. So fill all these fields and click save changes. Now you will be connected your device to the IoT sensor simulator. See here you can see your device ID SAS345. Now your device is connected to the IoT sensor simulator. After connecting this, we should create a flow to just flow the data from this simulator to the web app. So in order to flow the data means in order to transfer the data, we need to create a flow in the Node-RED. So Node-RED is nothing but a platform which is an interface interface between API keys and the clouds or the databases and etc. So first, before installing Node.js in your computer, we should install Node.js. So you can just go to the Google and download it from there, Node.js. So after installing Node.js, go to the nodred.org. So here we can install our Node-RED. So in Node-RED, see, this is the Node-RED homepage. So here you can see the Node-RED is a programming tool for wiring together hardware, devices, APIs, online services in new and interesting ways. You can just drag and drop the nodes and just create a flow. You get the web app. So go to the documentation and click on getting started. So we should run the Node-RED locally. So click on running locally and you will have some steps how to run the Node-RED in your computer. So here if you're using Windows, do not start with sudo. So here I will click here to how to start in Windows. So here you will get some steps how to run Node-RED in your computer. So here quick start. Install Node.js. First we need to install Node.js from node.js homepage. After you install, just you open your command prompt and type this command. See, I'm just typing the same command which it is mentioned here. See here, I got the Vs 12.14.1 and 6.13.4. These are the versions of Node-RED, Node.js and NPM. You should get like this. And for just installing the Node-RED, just click on just type this command in your command prompt: npm space install space hyphen g space hyphen hyphen unsafe hyphen perm space node hyphen red. So after typing this command, the Node-RED will be installed locally. It takes some time, just be patient. After Node.js is installed, go to the command prompt and just type node-red. Now by entering this command, the Node-RED starts. Here you can see Node-RED version is v1.0.6. Here by like this you will have some information regarding to the Node-RED. Now here you can see the your server is running at an IP address of 127.0.0.1.1880 slash. So just copy this IP address, go to the Google Chrome and just paste it here. By pasting it here, you will be redirected to the Node-RED flow. So this is the flow that I have created to pass the data from simulator to the web app. So you can create your own flow how to just transfer the data from simulator to the web app. So in order to see the UI, just copy this IP address up to 1880 slash. Copy this and go to the new tab, paste it here and add UI at last to see your web UI and click on enter. So this is the web UI that I have created using the Node-RED flow. Here you can see the simulator is connected to the Node-RED and you can see the temperature is 15 degrees here. And in the web app, you can also see the temperature is 15 degrees. If we change here, if we increase the temperature to the 20 degrees in the web app also, the temperature will be increased to 20 degrees. And now I will change the humidity to 60 percentage. If you observe in the web app also, the humidity is decreased to 60 percentage. So this is one part which the data is transferred from IoT simulator to the web app. And now the second task is to transfer, means we should get the data, live data from a particular place. For that, I have also created a flow in which we should require an HTTP request node. So in this node, I just wrote an URL which the live data comes from openweathermap.org. So just go to the Google and type openweathermap.org. So now you will be redirected to the home page where you can get the API of any city you want. So here just sign into your account. If you don't have, create one and just sign into your account and go to the API section here. And in the API, we want current weather data. So click here API doc and we should get the data by using a city name, or we can also get data by using city ID. It is a bit difficult, so we are using by city name. So by city name here, the API call is given here. So just copy this and paste it in your notepad so that it can be used to your further purpose. Here city, in this city name, we should replace the city name that we want and your API key. You should create your API key by just here in this open weather website only we can create a API key. So after creating and pasting here in your notepad, your API call will be like this. See here, in the queue is equal to Visakhapatnam, comma IN. IN stands for India. So this is my location where I want to get the live data. So, and here, and units is equal to metric. This is used to just convert the temperatures from Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. And here app ID is some, it's a bit long. So here you can just paste the API key here and just copy uh, copy this API call URL and go to your Node-RED flow and just paste it in the URL in the HTTP request node. After that, click on done. So after that, create some flows to how you want to display the web app. So here I am just deploying the Node-RED flow. So here we need IBM IoT nodes. So in order to install these IBM IoT nodes, go to the menu bar and in that go to manage palette. So here you just search for the IBM IoT nodes. So here go to install and search for IBM IoT nodes. You will get a node and just install them. See, this is the way, uh, this is what you should type in the install to get IBM IoT nodes. Node hyphen red hyphen contrib hyphen scx hyphen IBM IoT app. So here I already installed. So here we can see in use. I'm just using these nodes now. So here you get in use. So close this and create your own flow. See, in web UI, this is the place where we get the real-time data by using an API call. Here at initial, you will not see any of the values. So go to your Node-RED flow and click on the timestamp. So here, if we click here, now we injected the timestamp successfully. So after injecting, go to your web app and now you can see the values are injected here. So these are the real values. Temperature is 36 degrees Celsius, humidity is 60%, and city is Visakhapatnam. So this is the task 2. And now the task 3 is to motor on and off remotely. So here I have also created one flow where the farmer can control his motors from his house only. So if you go to the web app, you can see the controlling section here, controlling group. Here you have two buttons, motor on and motor on off, motor off. So I wrote some Python code to receive the data from the web app. So this is the Python code. So in this Python code, first we should provide our IBM Watson device credentials. So what you have saved in your notepad, just type those credentials here: organization and the device type, device ID. Authentication method should be leave as token only, and authentication token. After after providing your IBM Watson device credentials, just go to the command prompt and type this command to install the IBM IoT F. So we need this extension to run this Python code. So just go to the command prompt and type pip space install space IBM IoT F. So here I wrote a function called my command callback. In this function, I wrote an if and elif statements to if we receive a command on motor on and motor off. And I also received an if condition for set interval if any interval is set. And I also wrote an if else statement if we if any command is if any interval is not given, you will just get an error. And I also wrote some code here, and I wrote and try an exception block if the device credentials are wrong or the device is not connected. So just run the module. So now After running the module, the device will be connected to the IBM IoT platform. See here, you can see the message here, IBM IoT app.device.client info. Here we can see that connected successfully. So this is the type, this is the organization, and this is the device type, and this is my device ID. So after connecting successfully, uh, I'm just minimizing this and go to your browser. I'm just minimizing this to just clarify just clearly. So here, if we click on motor on here, you will receive a command here. See here, you can see that command received, command hyphen motor on is received. If we click on motor off, the motor off command is received. So like this, the farmer can control his motor from wherever he is in the world. So this is the web app that I have created using the Node-RED flow. See here, the Node-RED flow can be anything, or uh, you can create it whatever you want. It's your wish how you create your web app. So this is my project about smart agriculture system, and thank you for watching this video.